This past month has been huge for the Pokémon TCG, as prices have been climbing steadily through September and early October. From illustration rares to older promos, we've seen some of the sharpest gains of the year so far, with fan favorites and chase cards climbing fast. But even in a hot market, there are always opportunities. Cards that haven't caught up yet, ones that dipped from their peak, or undervalued gems quietly sitting below the radar. So today I'm breaking down my top Pokémon cards to collect this month. Whether you're focused on long-term growth, stunning artwork, or just want some smart pickups before the next wave of hype hits, this video is for you. We'll cover both English and Japanese cards, so no matter what you collect, you can still find what you're looking for. Hello internet and welcome back to my channel, TCG Monkey here. As always, here's how I choose these cards each month. Price movement, cards that dipped or look like strong pickups, artwork and popularity, standout illustrations or fan favorite Pokémon, future catalysts, upcoming sets, events or trends that could boost demand. With that in mind, let's jump straight into this month's list. Let's kick things off with a card that perfectly captures intensity and elegance, the Scizor illustration rare from Obsidian Flames, illustrated by Oku. This artwork is simply breathtaking. We see what feels like the immediate aftermath of a battle for supremacy between two Scizors, the moment right after they've struck each other in a lightning-fast exchange. You can almost feel the tension in the air as both are standing still, and we're holding our breath waiting for one to fall defeated. The composition, the movement, and that ominous red-tinted sky all add a sense of weight and drama that's rare to see in Pokémon art. Oku's style here clearly draws inspiration from samurai manga, evoking the visual language of classic duels, and to me, it even brings to mind one specific fight in One Piece, the Zoro vs Mr. One duel. From a market perspective, this card has had a notable price journey. About a year ago, it was sitting just above $4 before spiking to around $16 in February 2025. It then cooled off over the summer, dropping to about $8, and recently started climbing again alongside the broader market. Right now, it's hovering between $11 and $12, which feels like a fair entry point, especially if you think that this card will continue to gain attention as collectors rediscover the strength of Obsidian Flames. And as usual, the Japanese version is significantly cheaper, currently around $5. Although it dipped below $2 at the beginning of this year, even at $5 it feels like a steal for a card this beautiful. Overall, this illustration is one of the standout pieces from Obsidian Flames. Striking, emotional, and full of narrative weight. So whether you collect for the art or the long-term value, this is a card worth keeping an eye on. Next up we have what I believe is one of the standout but still underappreciated new releases from Black Bolt, the Bisharp illustration rare, illustrated by Toriyufu. This illustration is nothing short of cinematic. Two Bisharps face off like gladiators in a coliseum, locked in a battle for dominance while a ring of poniards silently watches from the shadows. The grey sky and desolate arena set an incredibly heavy and dramatic tone. It feels like something out of an epic showdown scene. It evokes a somewhat similar feeling as the Scizor illustration rare we saw before, but this one captures the moment before the clash. What really makes this artwork special is the perspective. Toriyufu places us right there among the poniards, as if we're part of the crowd that's about to witness the decisive blow. This card is powerful, immersive, and full of storytelling, in my opinion, easily one of the best cards from the new set. On the pricing front, this card debuted very recently in English, and as with most freshly released illustration rares, it dropped soon after launch. Over the past month though, it started to recover, now sitting at around $8.50. For a card this cool, that feels like a great price point. In Japanese it's a bit cheaper, but not by much, as it's currently priced around $5, and if you're patient, you might even find copies closer to $4, which to me it's an absolute bargain. Overall, this is one of those cards that captures the best of modern Pokémon art. I think it's a piece that will only get more appreciated over time. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this breakdown, please take a second to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's free for you, but it makes a huge difference for me. Thank you! For the next card, we are going back to the end of the Sword and Shield era, with the altered Lumineon V from Brilliant Stars, illustrated by Licton. Lumineon has been surprisingly lucky as a Pokémon in the TCG, receiving not just one but two incredible alternate arts, the other being from Crown Zenith. Both have a similar price right now, though the Crown Zenith version recently hit an all-time high, while the Brilliant Stars version feel a bit more underappreciated. This artwork looks like it's taken straight out of a nature documentary. We see Lumineon gliding gracefully through the water, illuminated by soft rays of light filtering from above. The perspective, looking up from the seafloor through strands of seaweed, gives the piece a tranquil and cinematic quality. The color work and lighting are outstanding, capturing that delicate balance between elegance and realism that Licton does so well. From a value standpoint, This card, after peaking at $16 earlier this year, is roughly at the same level it was 12 months ago, which is around $11. However, it's been showing a slow and steady growth over the past few months, a sign that many collectors haven't fully noticed it yet, especially given how much other cards have been rising lately. Interestingly, in Japanese it's more expensive, currently around $15, after having peaked at $45 almost 3 years ago. Overall, this illustration is a peaceful, timeless piece that's both visually stunning and still affordable, definitely one I'd keep on the radar. And for the last card we'll go through today, we have the Altered Smeargle from Silver Tempest, illustrated by Yoshiyama. This card bursts with color and creativity, a perfect reflection of Smeargle's artistic personality. The scene is set inside a painter's studio, where Smeargle is fully immersed in its craft, splashing paint across the room with unrestrained energy. Meanwhile, its trainer, also an artist, is busy carving a wooden sculpture of Smeargle itself. It's a delightful meta moment that celebrates both art and Pokémon in one dynamic illustration. Yoshiyama's style really shines here. The use of color and motion gives the piece a sense of joyful chaos. It's so vibrant it almost feels alive. This is one of those cards that instantly catches your eye when you flip through a binder. It's playful, bright, and full of personality. On the pricing front, Smeargle has exploded over the past 12 months, jumping from just 70 cents to nearly $3 today. Even after that massive rise, it still remains a very affordable and accessible Altered at the moment. In Japanese it's similarly priced at around $2.40, making it an easy pickup for collectors no matter which version you prefer. This is a card that proves you don't need to spend big to own something cool. It's a great addition for collectors at any budget level. And that was it for today's video. Which of these cards are you thinking about picking up this month? Let me know down in the comments. I always love reading your takes. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay ahead of the market, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in a new video. TCG Monkey out.